Hello everyone, welcome back to Beards, Bourbon, and Games. I'm your co-host, Conquer Corey. With me, I'm Mike. And we've had a little bit of a journey with the Switch 2. The Switch 2 is now out. But we want to make a video looking back at the legacy that the Switch 1 made. I think everyone agrees that when the Switch 1 came out, it was quite revolutionary at its time. You didn't really have anything quite like it, and what I mean by that is it was a handheld, it was a console, it was both. It was seamlessly dockable.
You could play with your friends. It was just, you could take it anywhere and play it. It was so good.
It was a good time all the way around. Just all the way around, it was a good time. And I have a lot of fond memories with this console because I remember when it came out. Now, this isn't my original one I had. I had a launch Switch, and then I ended up getting this one along the way, and I forget the details. I just got it. But I love the Switch. The Switch was a great console. It was, you know how I know I love the Switch?
Oh.
I was buying games and accepting downgrades in quality just to have the convenience to put it on the Switch.
I was doing the same thing. We'll get to that later. And I've actually bought 4 Switches in my tenure with a Switch. I bought 2 of the regulars. I bought an OLED. I bought a Lite, and I bought a different one when one broke. So I have been all over the place, and I continue to buy the Switch because it's just such a good system.
Yeah, and that's why we like the Switch too. We're hoping it continues that legacy. But I wanted to do something a little special and look back at our favorite games that had the most impact on us in the Switch. So I'm going to start. And forgive me, I couldn't pick just one. There was 2. And one's a first-party game and one's not a first-party game, so forgive me. But I want to start off with Blaster Master Zero. And you're probably going to say, well, Corey, that was on the 3DS. That was on the PlayStation and stuff. But it was on the Switch that I first discovered it. Blaster Master Zero was the first one that came out on the Switch. Blaster Master Zero, the first one, came out on the Switch around launch, a little bit after. And for those that don't know, this is a reimagining of the Blaster Master series. So let me take you back in time for a few minutes to not the Super, but the regular Nintendo, the Famicom, the NES. There was a little game by the name of Blaster Master. It was called Meta Fight in Japan. Had a much better story. America, we just got a crappy story about about a boy chasing his frog in New York. But let me tell you something about that game. That game was harder than your wife's first batch of biscuits. It was hard. And I couldn't get past the first boss. So coming back to this as an adult, this is from Indie Creates. So those that don't know that is the same people who make Mega Man Zero and make Gunvolt Trilogy. I'm a huge fan of Indie Creates. I'm just a fanboy. They put an anime twist on it, and it ended up being this trilogy. There was 3 parts of it that turned into this whole epic journey love story that was just... It was good. It was good, y'all. I'm sorry, I can't explain it another way. I actually bought the Play Asia version that has the Japanese voice acting in it. It's in English, but it has all 3 games in one cartridge. I own these digitally, but I bought this just to have a physical copy. And you can ask Mike, anytime I go out of my way to get a physical copy that I already own, something I already own, it means I like it.
He never ever buys a physical copy, and when he does, it means a lot to him.
The other one, and I'll wrap up my thing and turn it over to Mike here. The last one is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now this is the end of a trilogy. You're seeing a pattern here of the Xenoblade Chronicles series. They remade Xenoblade Chronicles 1 for the Switch, gave it updated graphics, but 2 was the first one that came out for the Switch. And I actually started at 2, then played 1, and then played this when it came out. But the stories were separated, or so we thought, because this one tied all of them together. And this is a great RPG. It is a phenomenal story. This game made me cry. And those of you who've played it, you probably know what scene I cried at. But this game just had such a big impact on me. And again, it was on the Switch that I had all these fond memories of these games that I played. And I know there's many other games that I got to relive, and I'm not going to hog Mike's spot on this because that's what he's going to be talking about here in a minute. But a lot of my best gaming moments come from the Switch. Story-wise, the most enjoyable games that I've played in these last 8-9 years have been from the Switch.
There is so many good games that came out on the Switch that it's hard to nail down like favorites. I love playing Mario with everybody. When they brought back the 2D Marios with the 3D whatever, 2D 3D Mario whatever, side scroller. That's what I'm looking for. Side scrolling Mario, when they brought that back, that's so much fun to sit around with a bunch of people and play. You mess with each other up. If there's more people on there, it's a laughs upon laughs upon laughs. Mario Maker is just great on there. Freaking Mario Kart is so good. The Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, all of those. They're really good games. They just push the envelope just a little bit more every time. Super Mario Wonder. I played that game until I was 100%ed it. I couldn't stop couldn't stop playing it, couldn't put it down. I had to do all the secret levels, I had to do all the things. It's just fun. Overall, and the Switch is just so convenient. You just take it with you everywhere. And if you want to hook it up with somebody, you can. You can take a little dongle and hook it up as a dock. You don't have to bring the whole dock with you. It's just overall great. And here in the last couple of years, they've done something that's been even greater to me. They have been re-releasing my childhood. It is no secret that I absolutely love the PlayStation 1 and games that came out on the PlayStation 1 and older. Old rare games just blow my mind. I love the story. The graphics were not a thing back then. It was, we did what we could, but we had to tell a good story to immerse everybody. It flip-flopped a lot in recent years that it was graphics before story. And I feel like the Switch and a lot of these places start to realize that no, people want a good story over what they want these graphics, and they're like, oh, so we can bring all these things back. And that's why I have a really, really hard time picking one game. But my favorite things to be doing the last couple of years has been these re-releases. And I know some of these are relatively new, but it brings along that story, like Star Ocean, second story. I know this came out on other things, but getting it on the Switch was just a no-brainer for me because it's small, portable, quick, and easy.
I got a confession. My first time beating that game start to finish was on that version.
Yep. We talked about this game a lot when we were kids because it has 80 different endings. It has all kinds of different stuff. It's amazing. It's insane how good this is. I mean, then we go to a freaking Chrono Cross. I couldn't believe they re-released this on it. That's another really great one. And then, of course, we have Lunar Remastered Collection. That's
a recent one.
This is a recent one. It's another really great one. Another recent one, Dragon Quest, which is the Dragon Quest 1 or 2 are coming out soon. I mean, and it just keeps going from there. So Weekend just came out, and there's more and more and more and more of those games. And the Switch just pushed the envelope. They weren't afraid to bring back old stuff. They weren't afraid to try things, to be better. And I know a lot of these things released on other stuff too, but yeah, playing it on the PlayStation's fun, but you can't take it somewhere. People like us, we have to work, we have to go to these different functions, we have to do different things. We can throw a Switch in our bag. When we're taking lunch, we can fire it up, play some game.
On a plane. See, those games were great, but they were such grinds back in the day, and now they're being released in a portable format that just wasn't possible back when they came out. But now we get to play them on the go, and a lot of them have quality of life features where you can let the game do a lot of the grinding for you, and it's just, man, RPG fans they ate good this generation.
They really did. And my recent trip to Japan, I played Star Ocean. over there. It gave me enough time to play through it, and it was glorious. Glorious.
And one thing, all these games that we played, one thing I really like too is it shifted the industry. We now have the Steam Deck. We have all these things. Nintendo come out and said, look, this can be done. Because Nintendo used to be, oh, well, don't mess with Nintendo in the mobile market, but in the console market, we're safe. They don't do that great in the console market. They do have hits like the Wii and stuff like that, but we're generally safe. But then they just all know it. There's a bam, here's the Switch. And then the whole market goes, holy crap, people are chomping at the bit to get this thing. Now we got a PC version of a handheld. Xbox is working on a handheld of the Xbox platform.
The Vita's coming back.
The PlayStation Portable's coming back, which I thought would never happen. I just spit everywhere. I'm so excited. But it had such a big impact, and I'm hoping that the Switch 2 continues that legacy. Now we have another video where we talk where we're not sure. We got our doubts that it just kind of didn't change enough, but I guess all this is just really saying, you know, probably saying, oh, you're all just oozing over Nintendo, but you can't deny that the Switch was a major shift in the market.
It really was.
It rewired how us as gamers approach things, because like Mike said, there for a while, and there's still people that argue about graphics and graphics and graphics, but there's some of us that just want to play a game comfortably. We want it to run well. We want it to, you know, we don't want it to be flat out ugly, but we want those abilities to play those old games. And I tell you what, if they released Digimon World 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch, I would throw any amount of zeros on a check.
Shut up and take my money.
There, I said it. Bandai Namco, be gentle, please. But I would. But we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think that the Switch was a revolutionary console? Do you think it was another handheld trying to parade around as a console? We'd love to hear your thoughts about it, and tell us your favorite Switch stories. What was your favorite thing to play on the Switch? What was the thing that drove you to purchase the Switch? And what do you look back fondly at it with?
That's the whole purpose of this video, is to kind of just be like, hey, thank you, Switch. Thank you for paving the way for all these handhelds, for all these things to come through. The Retroid, the Steam Deck, the RG Ally, the Lenovo Legion. All these things, you're the reason why these things took off. Your innovations caused people to take pause and be like, oh, you mean it's okay for us to have a high-powered console that we can play on our lap and on bed and then hook it up to our TV and play at the same time? It's amazing.
Yeah, it just, the market, the video game market is better because of the Switch.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully the Switch 2 will continue that legacy.
But let us know down below what you think. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button. It really helps us out a whole lot. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out our channel where we do other Let's Plays, discussions, reviews, you name it, we got it. And if you, like I said, you really want to help support us, subscribe. And like I said, to all our subscribers, we do appreciate your support all these years. But as always, I'm your co-host, Conqueror Corey.
And I'm Mike.
Until next time,
keep on gaming.